Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so what's up in Computer Rhythm, and today we'll talk about Big Nate, a new anime series from Nickelodeon based on a very popular book series, entitled the same name. Now, you catch the sort of original comic book, I really can't say because I never read the comic book. I sort of scammed it. You feel sort of, maybe it depends how big a fan of Big Nate you actually are. Now, automatically, do I recommend this series? I have to say, maybe it's sort of like a question mark because this series almost feels something from the 90s. It feels that sort of auto plays, sort of weird, kind of experimental, and he likes to play with the animation because the animation has that sort of CG look, but every time they have to explain or do a joke, they don't mind changing the art style to something else, and something that had a lot of thought into it, in other words, especially in the animation. It's also all the other characters feels refreshing, unique, but at the same time sort of cliche. One of the biggest examples is basically the main lead, Nate. Nate is a sort of that kind of wild card who like to do pranks, but also break the fourth wall and look at you, ask you, how you doing? Today we're gonna do something special, let me show you. And that's sort of charm leading man, but at the same time can actually piss you off because Nate is that type of character that you're not sure you really like or really hate. Depends the situation he put himself. Like episode 1, he's basically introducing the show, and also have sort of a evil villain for the first episode. Someone similar to Nate but very different to understand what Nate really is. And you like him the first episode, but the second episode come up. Big Nate does something sort of questionable, like his father gave him a credit card and told him not to pass $50, but he being an asshole, like he didn't say how many times over $50. They try to be like a smart ass, but not really that clever, and that's the thing. This reason could make you hate Nate or like Nate, because that's sort of hard to do, because he is sort of charming, but it depends on sort of situation is sort of justifiable what he did or not. But they do have sort of a solution every time he does this. Everything does turn to be a smartass. Something actually goes wrong with it. He's trying to forgive and ask forgiveness, or at least fix the mistake he did. That sort of checks and balances sort of situation. Now, does it work? Once more, it sort of depends on you. If you like that sort of Ben 10 sort of asshole that he never really gets his comeuppance, sometimes you don't. Depends how you write him. And that's sort of the struggle of some people will like this show or hate it. He also has a second problem. Maybe you don't like this if you're the type of person who doesn't like come on, like totally humor, puke humor, throw up humor, or poop humor, or just pure nasty humor, in other words, because this show loves it. It's sort of the thing, especially episode 3 or episode 4, there was sort of a puke apocalypse that Big Nate bought a bunch of pizzas that sort of expire and everybody's sort of throwing up. But they do show it. They don't pretend, oh, off screen they puke up. No, they show you right in your face. Very trying to be clever, but at the same time that could be really nasty to some people. So this is sort of situation that you like the series or you just straight out hate it. And that's what I mean. This series sort of could be devices for some people. But once more, this show does have the clever parts, especially all the side characters, because none of the side characters feel cliche. They feel sort of archetyped, but they sort of evolve them automatically because they do have a personality. They're not just the bookworm, the bully, the nerd. No, they're so much more than that. And I think that's one of the biggest strengths about the series, because every time Big Nate have a conversation of one of her friends or family, you feel they actually have a conversation. You feel a real person, especially Big Nate's family, his dad and his sister feel like his dad and sister. He feels they has their own issues, their own problems. You like how Nate interact with them. It's just that sort of well thought out, but at the same time, it could be a backfire. Depends on the situation they put themselves, because this show is sort of awkward on purpose, because this is made for a young audience, not like 3, more like 11 to 12 type of age, but still could be very enjoyable, especially if you grew up watching this type of humor. Like if you're 90s kids, you see Nickelodeon Ren Stimpy, Rock of My Life, that sort of weird, kind of nasty, sort of clever. If you watch those type of shows, this show could be very good to you if you like that. For me, I think the show was enjoyable, but something I can't really recommend. Only watch the first 2 episodes. If you enjoy 2 episodes, the rest will be easy to watch. Of course, this show has a total of 8 episodes and never really make a sort of like an arc. In other words, never feels they trying to do something amazing. This show is just sort of episodic each episode, sort of a unique, fun, clever show. But of course, he has some flaws I did explain. Now I have this sort of one question. Do you seen this series? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.